There's something unusual happening right now. Not loud, not dramatic, not the kind of story that dominates headlines for days. But if you look closely, you'll notice a tension building, quietly, steadily, across borders, because what looks like a simple step forward for Princess Leonor is not being treated as simple at all. This isn't just Spain watching. It's Europe, it's international media, it's institutions that rarely speak, but always observe. And the strange part, no one is officially calling it a big moment. Yet everyone is acting like it is. So the real question is not, right finger, what is Leonor doing? The real question is, right finger, why is the world paying attention? 1. This is not just a personal step. From the outside, Leonor's transition looks expected. A princess growing into responsibility. A future queen stepping into visibility. A natural evolution. But here's where people misunderstand it. This is not just a personal step. It's a structural one. Because monarchy doesn't operate like normal leadership. In politics, leadership changes through elections. In business, leadership changes through performance. But in monarchy, leadership changes through perception over time. And Leonor is now entering the phase where perception begins to lock in. For years, she was protected by distance. She was the future. And the future is flexible. But now, she is becoming the present. And the present is judged. 2. Why King Felipe VI knows this moment is critical. King Felipe VI has already lived through something Leonor hasn't yet experienced. A monarchy under pressure. He saw how quickly public trust can weaken, how reputation can shift, how perception can become unstable. And once instability enters the system, it spreads. That's why Felipe is extremely careful right now. Because this isn't just about introducing Leonor. It's about controlling how she is understood. Every appearance, every speech, every gesture, none of it is random. Because Felipe knows something most people ignore. Right finger, the monarchy doesn't collapse when people disagree with it. Right finger, it collapses when people stop believing in it. 3. Why the world is actually watching. So why is attention coming from outside Spain? It comes down to one simple truth. Leonor represents a test case. Not officially, not publicly, but strategically. Across Europe, monarchies are facing the same quiet challenge. Right finger, how do you remain relevant in a modern world? Tradition alone is no longer enough. History alone is no longer enough. Visibility has changed. Expectations have changed. Public behavior has changed. And now, Leonor is stepping into this new environment at exactly the moment it matters most. That's why other countries are watching. Not out of curiosity, but out of calculation. 4. The unspoken comparison. There's something happening behind the scenes that people rarely talk about. Royal families compare, not openly, but constantly. They observe each other's strategies. They study what works. They notice what fails. And right now, Leonor is entering that observation space. Her tone will be compared. Her presence will be compared. Her balance between tradition and modernity will be compared. Even if no one says it out loud. Because in a system like monarchy, there are no experiments without consequences. 5. The pressure of global visibility. In the past, a royal figure could develop privately. Mistakes could stay local. Growth could happen quietly. That world no longer exists. Now, everything is visible. Instantly. Globally. Leonor is not just stepping into a role. She's stepping into exposure. And exposure changes behavior. Because when you know the world is watching, you don't just act. You calculate. You adjust. You become aware of perception in real time. And that awareness creates pressure. Not loud pressure, but constant pressure. 6. What the world is really looking for. Despite all the analysis, all the attention, all the observation, the world is actually searching for something very specific. Not perfection, not brilliance, not even charisma, clarity. Right finger, who is she? Right finger, what does she represent? Right finger, what kind of presence does she bring? Because in a world full of noise, clarity becomes power. And if Leonor can establish that early, she won't just be followed. She'll be understood. 7. The risk no one talks about. Here's the part that's rarely discussed. Global attention doesn't just amplify success. It amplifies uncertainty. If Leonor appears inconsistent, that inconsistency doesn't stay in Spain. It spreads. If she appears unsure, that uncertainty becomes part of her narrative. And narratives, once formed, are difficult to change. That's the real risk. Not failure, but misinterpretation. 8. The opportunity hidden inside the pressure. But pressure also creates something else. Opportunity. Because Leonor has something rare. Timing. She is stepping into visibility at a moment when people are actively questioning institutions. Which means, if she gets it right, she won't just fit into the system. She could redefine it, not by breaking tradition, but by adjusting how it is experienced, making it feel relevant again. 9. Why this moment will shape everything. This stage matters more than any future title, more than any future ceremony, more than any future coronation. Because this is where perception is formed. And perception, once formed, becomes expectation. And expectation becomes reality. That's why this moment is being watched so closely. Not because of what she is now, but because of what she is becoming. So when people ask, right finger, why is Princess Leonor's new step being watched beyond Spain? The answer is simple, but not obvious. Because this isn't just about a princess. It's about a system, a symbol, a future that depends on belief. And right now, that belief is being quietly measured. Not just in Spain, but across the world.